Yeah. Motion of a charged particle in a uniform electric field. Okay, already we have seen, see, while we are defining the magnetic field induction, we have seen slightly about what is the force experienced by a charged particle when it is moving in a magnetic field. Okay, anyhow, we will be seeing in detail now that only the formula we have seen, F is equal to Q into V cross B. Okay, now we are going to see both in detail. What about the force? What is the path of path? What will be the path of the charged particle when it is moving in an electric field and when it is moving in a magnetic field? Everything we are going to see in detail. Okay, so to start with, see, first one we will see in electric field. Motion of a charged particle in a uniform electric field. See, for that, say consider a charged particle, okay, a particle of mass that is m, particle of mass m. Okay, I don't want to use this one. Particle of mass m and the charge is q, okay, and it is moving with the velocity that is v, with the velocity v in the direction, which direction? Along the x direction, along OX to start with, okay. So now see, a particle is moving, a particle of mass m, charge q is moving with the velocity v along the x direction, right? Fine. Now what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to keep one screen there. Okay, let me have, because I have some problem in drawing straight lines. Instead of going from Chennai to Delhi, it goes to Chennai to Calcutta. So I am using this. Okay, let me use some other. Okay, so this is the screen. Okay, so this is the screen here. Okay, so what happens? A particle is moving along OX. Okay, and it impinges. This is a screen, that is zinc sulfide screen, which produces scintillations. Okay, when the particle impinges, we'll let you give some name to X, give some name PQ. Okay, so now when the charge particle is moving along OX, it impinges the screen at the point, let the point be A. This is the point. Okay, so now just like that, the charge particle is moving along the x direction, and I kept on the path, I kept one screen there, and it collides on the screen at A, thereby producing some scintillations, right? So now anybody is there in the anyhow? Okay, so now what all are here? Okay, right. Therefore, now what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to apply a field. Okay, I'm going to apply some field here. Let the field be, see, let it be in yellow color only. Right. So, the electric field, which field? Electric field. Electric field in which direction? Along y direction. Okay, therefore, it is y and it is minus y. Along y direction I am going to apply. Therefore, let me show the field here. The field is in this direction. Okay. So, uniform field. Therefore, I think this is better. Right. So, here like that I am applying some field. Which field? Electric field. Hope you are able to see.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Okay. Just okay. Right. Now, this is the electric field. Electric field, the direction of the electric field is like this. Okay. Okay. And what is the magnitude of the electric field is E. Right. Therefore, electric field is, if going in this direction, means somewhere positive should be here and negative should be here. I think you have idea, na? Electric field lines will go from positive to negative. Right. Now, when the see, before that I have not applied any electric field. That time the charge particle goes and impinges the what is that screen at A. Then once I have applied, I am switching on the electric field. Once I switch on the electric field, what happens now? The particle that a charge, it is a charge particle definitely, and it is subjected to an electric field. When it is subjected to an electric field, definitely it will experience some force. Okay, therefore, what is the force that is experienced by the charge particle? F, that is equal to Q into E. F is equal to Q into E. Okay, therefore, now what happens? Therefore, this is the force that is acting on the charge particle. Okay, 1 second. So I'm disturbed with this. Anybody is there? Okay, right. Therefore, you know that F that is equal to Q in. This is the charge. This is the force that is acting on the charge particle, and in which direction? The direction of force will be in the direction of E. The direction of force will be in the direction of E. Okay, therefore what happens? The charge part here, it will be, the particle will experience, how it will be, experience a force along the y direction. Okay, therefore y along y direction, because in the y direction only the electric field is there. So what happens? It will be, before that while moving along OX, now it will be moving, because of the force, it will be moving like this. It will be moving like this. Okay, why? Because of the force due to the electric field. Okay, so now you see. Now what is the very, very important? And the electric field, the length up to which the electric field is applied, that is, okay, let me give this name up to this only. That is a electric field. Okay, therefore, what is the length of up to which the electric field is applied? Let it be X. Okay, the distance up to which the field is applied. So, therefore, what is that? Till that distance, covering that distance, horizontal distance X, it will be, the particle will be experiencing a force. Why? Till that distance, electric field is there. Right. Okay. Therefore, what happens? Because it is experiencing a force, definitely there will be an acceleration in the direction of Y. Okay, therefore what should be the acceleration here? Therefore acceleration is equal to, you know that, F by M. Okay, therefore that is equal to QE by M. QE by M. Okay, therefore children, all are here. Anybody has gone? How many are there? I think you are able to see.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, Kaushik is unable to join right now. He is saying he is waiting for request, ma'am.
I'm not able to see this. That is a problem. Yeah. Kaushik, that is why I told you, I cannot now, I'm not able to go back to there. Anyhow, we'll see. Because it is recorded, no, it may get interrupted. That is why I'm worried. Okay. Now Kaushik has come na? Hello? Children?
Yes, ma'am, he's come.
Very good. Okay. Now, please you don't give the in between this problems. Okay. So you be there. I told you, no. While I'm starting the lesson, I want all of you to be here. That is why I have given the instruction. Okay. Anyhow, no problem here. So what is the acceleration? Now acceleration of the particle. Now charge particle is equal to QE by M. And what is the direction of acceleration? Direction of acceleration is also along the Y direction. Okay. But you see, but what is the acceleration? Therefore, I can write this acceleration as FAY only. Why? Acceleration will be only in the Y direction. Why? Only in the Y direction there is a force that is equal to, there is an electric field, and because of that electric field there is a force, it is experiencing a force in the Y direction only. But the particle is actually, before the application of the electric field, the particle was moving along the X direction. So it has already its speed in the X direction. But the speed will not be disturbed, be influenced because of this electric field. which is applied in the perpendicular direction, because initially it was moving in this direction, but your field, this is the motion, it is moving with a velocity v like this, but your electric field is in this direction. Therefore this perpendicular, therefore it is experiencing a force in the y direction, that will not change its velocity in the x direction. So without any problem, that particle, the particle's horizontal velocity will be the same, that is v only. Only problem only with the vertical velocity is there, no? Vertical velocity will change. Why? Because the particle is actually experiencing a force in the vertical direction along OY. Okay, therefore that is why I have written here AY. But AX, what is AX? It should be equal to 0. Why? Because there is no force in the x direction. You think just like that, you recall your projectile problem like that. Okay, so the particle will be moving with the same velocity, okay, along the x direction. Okay, therefore listen, therefore there is no acceleration in the x direction. The speed of the particle is the same. Okay, and that is very, very important along the x direction, but only it is accelerated along the y direction. So as you go from O, here see the particle is actually accelerated along the y direction. It is going from O to, let this be B. Okay, this point, let it be B. So O to B, it is continuously accelerated. So its velocity, definitely, what is it? Its velocity will change. Okay, from O to B. Why? Because it has some force due to the applied electric field. Right. Now let t be the time. Okay, small t. Let t be the time. Okay, to cross. Time to cross the electric field. Okay, to cross the electric field means what is it? To move a distance that is equal to x, or horizontal distance that is equal to x. Correct? Once it has moved through the distance x, then it is coming out of the field. Field is only up to that extent. Okay, therefore, what is the time taken by the charged particle to cover the horizontal distance x? Okay, therefore, what is that? The horizontal distance x, because its distance covered is x. And what is the horizontal velocity? Because horizontal velocity, I told you, it is entering. Okay, it is moving with the horizontal velocity that is equal to v. Therefore, I think you can very easily find out what is the time taken. Therefore, time taken t, that is equal to x by v. X by v. Hope you are following. Is it clear? Therefore, this is the time taken by the charged particle to, what is that, travel a distance that is equal to x, okay, or to travel, that is to come out of the electric field. Okay, therefore, right now, once it is coming up to B, up to this point B. Therefore, after that, there is no electric field. Okay. Therefore, once after that, what will be the path of the charged particle? See, here it is a curved path like that. After that, there is no electric field. Because there is no electric field, after crossing up to B, it is experiencing a force. Once it comes to B, after that, there is no electric field. So what will be the path? Path will be a straight line. See, whatever it is a tangent to. If you draw a tangent to the, because till then there will be a curved path. After that, there is no field there. So if you extend that path in a straight line, because why? After that, there is no force, because there is no force, no change in its path. Whatever, see, it is a tangent to OB at B. Okay, if you draw, that will be the direction of motion of the charged particle. Okay, therefore it will be impinging. Okay, so P is here. So let the P be, okay, P, let the, see, I am going to draw here. P is here. Let me extend this. Okay, this is P. Okay, so what is this point? This point, let this point you give A, B, let it be C. So it impinges the screen at C. Okay, so now what is the vertical distance covered. Before that it was only covering the horizontal distance. Now it is covering a vertical distance also now. So because of the electrical, what is the vertical distance covered? This is the vertical distance covered. Correct? This distance is not, you cannot say it is AC is the vertical distance covered, because it is just for extending or extrapolating. See, here there is no electric field from B to C. So, exactly inside the electric field, what is the distance that is covered? Net vertical distance covered by the charged particle is here, that is Y. Okay, therefore, this is the vertical distance covered by the charged particle because of the presence of electric field, that is a uniform electric field. Therefore, I want to find out what is Y now. So, what is the vertical distance covered? Vertical distance covered, how to do? By using your equation of motion. Therefore, see, make use of your equation of motion. Which equation of motion? Can you give, Deepali, can you give answer? Which equation of motion we have to use, ma? Deepali? Are you here, children? Hello?
Yes,
What is answer? Anyone at least. Deepali is here, huh?
S is equal to UT plus half H.
That's all I wanted, Deepali. So if I okay, right. Therefore, you respond immediately, child. Okay, unmute it. Then you.
Ma'am, network problem. Ma'am, my net pack is exhausted, so it is coming very slowly.
Oh, right. Okay, S is equal to UT plus half AT. So that formula you have to use. Therefore, what is S here? Vertical distance that is equal to Y. Correct? Y. That Y that is equal to UIT plus half A Y T squared, है ना? Because it is vertical distance only I want. Therefore, what is the initial vertical velocity? Initial vertical velocity इसमें क्या होता है? It is not having any initial vertical velocity ना. Initially at O, before the start of your switching on the electric field, it actually didn't have any vertical velocity. Therefore at O, its initial vertical velocity that is equal to 0. Therefore uy that is equal to 0. Okay, therefore you will be getting, therefore y that is equal to half. What is your ay here? Ay is equal to QE. QE by M now, just now we have seen now, AY that is equal to QE by M. Therefore substitute here, therefore QE by M into T. T is X squared by V squared. X by V. T is it clear, children? Therefore, now for what is your X squared? Therefore your X squared that is equal to, listen there, it is equal to 2M V squared by QE, okay, into Y. Very important relation. X squared is equal to, here इसमें देख, M is a constant, mass of the particle V. The particle is moving with the velocity, that is V along the X direction. It is not changing, okay. Even in the presence of your electric field, it is not changing because it is a horizontal velocity. Horizontal velocity doesn't have any influence on vertical force. Okay, therefore it is not changing. Q, this is a charge, and E is a applied field. It is a uniform field. I'm not changing the field. Therefore, all the term within the bracket is nothing but a constant. Therefore, you will be getting X squared that is equal to K into Y. Very important. What is this relation? What is this equation?
Parabola.
Yeah, it is the equation of the parabola. Therefore, what is that? The inside the electric field, when the charged particle is moving, okay, perpendicular to the electric field, means definitely it will trace a parabolic path, that is like OB. Okay, and on leaving the field, it will be moving in a straight line. The parabolic path is only till there is a field. Once it comes out of the field, that will be extended straight line. It will be moving along a straight line and impinges the board at the C, the point C. Is it clear, children? Therefore, this is very important. That is how, what is it? It is experiencing a force. What will be the path of the charge particle when it moves perpendicular to the applied electric field, right? Now let us go for some special cases. So, special cases. Number 1. The first one is special cases. We will see. First one is, for example, if the charge particle, here charge particle, let it be a positively charged particle, because very important, children, what is the charge of the particle? It should be a positive charged particle, only that is moving like this, up. Why? Your field is from positive to negative, so the charge particle will be moving towards a negative end. But if it is a negatively charged particle, then it will be moving like this. Are you following? In which direction? In O minus Y direction, in the negative direction. Why? Because if it is a negative charge, it will be accelerated towards the positive end, okay, of the electric field. Okay, that is very, very important. Here the charge particle is a positively charged particle that I have taken here. Okay, right. Therefore, if the charge particle is at rest, if the particle is at rest, if, okay, Q is at rest, number 1, okay, or second one, Q is initially, okay, initially the Q is at rest, or Q is moving along the electric field, both. See, if either Q is at rest or Q is already, while you are applying the electric field, it is not it is moving along it is special case, okay. Initially, the charge is, either charge is at rest, number 1, or the charge is moving in the direction of the electric field itself, initially itself. Not like this case, what we have discussed. Initially, the charge is moving along the x direction. Now, in the special case I am giving, what is that? The charge is moving in the direction of the electric field. Okay, therefore, what will be the force that is experienced? Of course, F that is equal to Q into E. It will experience definitely a force that is F is equal to Q into E. Okay. Okay, therefore, in which direction? In the direction of the E only. Already it is moving in the direction of E. See here, it is the direction of the electric field. And the charge is Q plus Q. Actually, it is moving in the direction of the electric field. V. The velocity is in the direction of the electric. Therefore, it will experience definitely F is equal force, that is F is equal to QE. And therefore, in which direction it will be experiencing? In the same direction it will be experiencing a force. Force will also be, already it is moving in the direction of electric field only. Positive, negative. Okay, and because of the applied electric field, it will experience a force definitely, that is F is equal to QE. Okay, and therefore what will happen? The particle will be accelerated in the direction of E. Before that, it was moving with the velocity V. Now once it is experiencing a force in the same direction, definitely the particle will get accelerated now. Okay, or if the particle is stationary here, now if you are applying electric field, that time also it will be accelerated in the direction of the electric field. Therefore, the particle, okay, gets accelerated in the direction of electric field. Okay, this is the first case, right? Now second case, what is the second case? Second case is, you see, when the charge particle, that is the positive charge particle, is moving opposite to the direction of the electric field. Q, okay, plus Q. Actually, Q means it's plus Q. Q is moving opposite to electric field. Okay, therefore, this is the direction of the electric field, uniform electric field, but this is the direction of motion of the charge particle. Okay, now you tell me, what will be the force here? F, what will the force experience? F that is equal to force experienced by a particle is equal to minus QE ho jayega na? Okay, because why? Because it is moving opposite to the electric field. Okay, therefore it will be because of the force, because of the electric field, it will be experiencing a force in this direction only. This is the force, but your V here is in the opposite direction. It is moving in the opposite direction. So what will happen? It is a charge is moving in this direction, but force is in this direction. Okay, therefore definitely the particle will get retarded now. Here the particle definitely it will get retarded. Okay, so therefore the particle gets retarded. Very important. Retarded. It's okay. Before that, its velocity will decrease. Why? Because it is pulling. It is having a pull in the opposite direction. Definitely, what is that? Its velocity definitely it will reduce. Okay, right. Then third one, what we have seen. If Q, okay, is moving perpendicular to electric field, then definitely what is that? It will experience a force. Just now what we have seen that. Okay, therefore here particle moves in a parabolic path. Is it clear? So this is about what is that? Force on a charged particle in a uniform electric field. Okay, therefore here very important, when here see when it is moving perpendicular, here it is very important. When it is perpendicular, see the speed of the particle, what is that? Here in the horizontal direction will not change here in the, okay, only the speed, what is the velocity, the direction, everything only it will change only in the direction of the applied electric field. That is in the direction of the applied electric field only it is experiencing a force also. Therefore there will be acceleration only in the direction of the electric field. Okay, but if your charge is a negative charge, accordingly everything will be opposite. Okay, clear? You are following? So because why? Because it will be accelerated towards the negative end of the field. Okay, so it is the case, right? So hope you are following this. Now any question here, children? Any question? Are you able to follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we go to the next
Yes,
topic?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Now we'll go to the next topic. 1 second. Yeah. Now we are going to see what is that? Motion of a charged particle in a uniform magnetic field. Motion of a charged particle in a uniform magnetic field. Okay. So far we have seen in electric field. Now it is a motion of a charged particle in a uniform magnetic field. Already we have seen what is it will experience a force. Okay, everything we have seen, but what is the path of the charged particle in a uniform magnetic field? It experiences a force, of course, but what should be the path of the what is a charged particle when it is entering into a uniform magnetic field? Everything we are going to see now. Okay, now consider, say, a uniform what is that, a magnetic field. Okay, let me have take some time to another go. Okay, now I have the electric field, magnetic field here along x direction. Just to see the angle is not properly shown, it will be like that only. No problem. Okay, so this is along x direction and here it is y and this is z. Okay, now what is the direction of the magnetic field? Magnetic field is, let the magnetic field be, now to start with, let it be along the x direction. So let me Okay, this is the uniform magnetic field now. Okay, right here like that. Along the x direction it has. Okay, it is enough, I think. Okay, now see here, this is the direction of the magnetic field. Yeah. Okay, therefore this is B. Okay, now the particle is entering into the magnetic field now. How is it entering? It enters such that, anyhow, don't bother for this. I have some. Okay, right. It is entering such a way that making an angle theta with the electric field. The magnetic field. So it is moving like that. Okay. This is the velocity of the charged particle. Same charged particle having a charge q and a mass m. Okay. And it is moving in the direction of the it is entering into the magnetic field by making an angle theta with the magnetic field, because your magnetic field is in this direction along the, it is O. Okay, along OX. Therefore, along OX is your magnetic field. Therefore, along the charged particle, it makes an angle, it is entering, it is moving, it is entering into the electromagnetic field by making an angle that is theta with the magnetic field. Fine. Right, very good. Now, see, it is inclined at an angle theta with a magnetic field, right? Therefore, now I need to, okay, resolve V into two components, because it has motion both in x as well as y direction. So, which means that, see, the velocity, I can resolve the velocity into horizontal as well as vertical component now. So, I am going to resolve it. So, if I resolve like this, it will be your V cos theta. That, let me take this one as V1. And if I resolve, and what should be the vertical component here? Vertical component here will be V sine theta. Okay, that is V sine theta. That is nothing but V2. That is nothing but V2. Okay, it is V1 and here it is V2. Right. Therefore, now listen. So, as it is entering into the magnetic field with the velocity V, now, so because it has motion in both the direction, because it is crossing, it is covering both the vertical distance as well as the horizontal distance, which has, it has both the components of velocity, vertical velocity as well as the horizontal velocity. Okay, children. Therefore, now what? Let us first consider the vertical component of the velocity. That is a component V2. Okay. Therefore, here you see very well component V2 here. The component of velocity V2 is perpendicular to B, na? It is perpendicular to B. Okay. Therefore, I think you can recall what is the force experienced by a charged particle in a magnetic field. That is already you people have studied. Okay, that is Q into V2 cross B, na? This you have already studied. F is equal to Q into V2 cross B. Hope you people are studying daily lessons. That is very, very important. Now that a test is going to come, I think for test till this topic. Okay, most of a charged particle in even next topic or whatever I am going to take, that will also be included, and your electricity full. Electrostatics also let me include. Children? Hello? Are you sleeping?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Say, okay. Electricity, I think electrostatics you have written up to capacitor. So, okay, therefore, I will start with the current electricity. For this monthly test, Already 25 marks you have written. Okay. Anyhow, this will be for 40 marks. Okay. I'll take average of it. Okay. So, full current electricity and your magnetic effects of current. Okay. Whatever I am taking till tomorrow or till Friday. That I'll let you know. Okay. So, F is equal to Q into V2 cross B. Therefore, what will be the magnitude of F? See, what will be the direction of F? You tell me. Direction of F will be by applying which rule? Because V2, so, okay, F that is equal to Q into, what is V2 here? Q, V2, okay, B, sine, what is sine? Sine 90. Correct? Why? Because V2 and B are perpendicular to each other. Okay, therefore, that is F that is equal to Q, V2, B. And what is V2 here? Q, V sine theta. V2 is nothing but sine theta, na? V sine theta into B. Are you following? So this is the force that is what is the force experiencing by the particle due to the vertical component, that is V2. Okay, and therefore, what is the direction of F? Because here V2 and B are perpendicular, I think you can make use of your Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, so by using Fleming's left hand rule, see what is Fleming's left hand rule? If you stretch the first two fingers and the thumb of your left hand mutually perpendicular to each other such that the first finger shows the direction of the magnetic field, second finger shows the direction of the current. Direction of the current means it is direction of motion of what is that? The positive charge. Direction of motion of positive charge is nothing but direction of current. Okay, therefore, your second finger shows the direction of velocity of the positive charge or direction of the current. Okay, and therefore your thumb shows the direction of the force experienced by the charged particle. Okay, therefore now you tell me what will be the direction of the force. See, your B is along x direction, OX. OY will be, what is that? V2. Therefore, what should be the force? Should be perpendicular to both OX and OY. Therefore, it should be along OZ now. Therefore, your charged particle will be moving such that, how it is moving? In a what is that? In the Z direction. Okay, so how? I'll let you know. See, therefore, it will be moving, what is moving? Force. Force will be in that direction. Therefore, now you see here how to show. Because I cannot show here because it is two-dimensional. So, what I am going to do here is I am going to take the field. Okay, I cannot show you the path here. Okay, so how it is constantly, it is experiencing a force. That force is F that is equal to Q V2 into B, and that force will be perpendicular to both B and V. So the force, it is experiencing a force which is perpendicular to the motion of the charged particle. So if it is moving, force is perpendicular to the motion V2 here. V2 is a component of, what is that? I am not, listen to me, V is resolved into two components. Now we are dealing only with one component. What is that? V2. Due to V2 only. After that we will go to V1. So V2 is perpendicular to B. Because V2 is perpendicular to B, it experiences a force which is perpendicular to the plane containing V and B. Therefore, it will be, okay, outside the board like that. It will be going perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular plane containing, what is that? B and V2. Okay, so now it is difficult for me to show. Okay, see what happens actually. No, I am to show what is that properly. Let me change the direction of B. Okay, see here up to this direction is along x direction. Okay, direction of B is along x direction. Okay, but now to make you understand. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, see here, this is, what is this? See here, this is cross. Cross gives you, what is that? Magnetic field where it is moving inward. Magnetic field is in the inward direction, perpendicular to the plane of the board and inward. I am taking like that. Why? Because only then I can show the path of the charge particle because of what is that? That force F. F is equal to QV to B. Okay, for that only, to show that, because I cannot show this with this direction. Okay, that is why for explanation of what is that, how to resolve V into two components, everything, I have come here. Now what I am doing, if at all your B is perpendicular to the plane of the board, perpendicular to the plane, cross means perpendicular to inward. Okay, if it is inward, you apply, see, if the velocity, listen, the velocity of the charge particle, for example, if it is perpendicular to, what is that, perpendicular to B, na? Perpendicular to B, therefore, let me take the velocity like this. Listen to me, okay? Velocity is perpendicular to B. So, this here, you see here. Therefore, what will be the direction of the force experienced by the charge particle? See, B is perpendicular and inward, and V is along the x direction. I have taken here this one example. This direction, the particle is here. It is moving like this. Therefore, what will be the direction of the force experience? Use this Fleming's left hand rule. Even in 10th standard, you know how to use it. Okay, your first finger perpendicular to the plane of the board and inward, keep it. Okay, and your second finger is along the x direction, you keep it like that, left hand. Okay, therefore what is the direction of your force direction will be like this, correct? Hope you are using your what is that, left hand, use the left hand. Here is the diagram. It's a cross means what is the inward, perpendicular to the plane of the board and inward. So keep your first finger perpendicular to the plane of the board, inward towards the board like that, and your second finger along the x direction, because this is the velocity of the charge particle, na? Therefore I am keeping along the x direction. Therefore what is second finger along the x direction? Therefore what should be the force? Thumb will be showing like this, okay, in this direction, right? Okay, next one, therefore it is perpendicular. Now when the charge particle is here, when the charge particle comes here, now if you apply the same rule, that is Fleming's left hand rule, that time you see the force will be like this. Okay, every time it is constantly, okay, there is a force, perpendicular force, that is acting, the force which is perpendicular to B and V, plane containing B and V, it is acting on the charge particle. Okay, and that makes a charge particle, always you see, that makes a charge particle, okay, continuously it is changing its direction. You already listen, recall, I told you, if the force is perpendicular to the motion of the charge particle, this force is not effective in changing the speed of the particle. Speed won't change, but only it can change the direction of motion. If speed is not changing, no change in kinetic energy of the body particle. Okay, perpendicular force does not have any influence on speed of the body, and hence on kinetic energy of half mv squared, kinetic energy of the body. But what it does, it continuously changes the direction of motion of the body, continuous change in direction of motion body. So what so because of that, how the force, it is perpendicular here it is like that. Therefore what it does here, if you see, if the particle comes here, if you apply Fleming's left hand rule, this is the velocity, and the what is the magnetic field is perpendicular plane of the board. If you apply, every time you apply your Fleming's left hand, you keep your finger, you apply, then you will come to know that thumb is always towards O. So which means that it is continuously deflecting the particle. Okay, deflect the particle, and the particle starts moving in a circular path. Particle starts moving in a circular path. Are you following that? Therefore, now force is always towards the center of the circular path. The force here is actually each and every point. That is why I have shown you 3 points here. Every point, the force is always acting towards the center of the circular path, which means that it is a centripetal force now. The force that is experienced because of what is the magnetic field here is nothing but, what is that? It is a centripetal force. It deflects the particle, charged particle continuously so as to make it to move in a circular path. In a circular path. Are you following, children? Therefore, very, very important. Therefore, see, here there is one more diagram. So, the same thing here. You see? Here. This is V and this is F. And this is the charge particle B. This is a perpendicular. This one is B. Okay. So, every time the force will be acting towards the center, that gives you a centripetal force. Okay. Therefore, centripetal force, and the particle moves with in a circular path, let it be of radius, that is R. Radius R. Okay. Therefore, now the force on the charged particle due to the magnetic field, okay, here is nothing but what is a B cube? What is the force here? Force Q V2 and a force F. Okay, that force gives the necessary centripetal force for the particle to move in a circular path. Therefore, it is mv squared by r, है ना? mv squared by r. mv कौन सा v है? v2 है. It is, we are so far we are dealing only with one component of velocity, that is vertical component along OY. Okay, we have not considered the component of velocity along OX so far, that is v cos theta. That we will come to that later. First, we are concentrating only one component of velocity, that is v sin theta, that is v2. Therefore, q v2b, that is equal to mv squared by r. Right? Therefore, v2 will cancel. Therefore, what is your v2? Therefore, here v2, that is equal to bqr by m. Very important. bqr by m. Fine. Okay. Therefore, let me have, I think, not required, or I somewhere. Therefore, bqr by m. Okay. Therefore, that is what is v2? v2 is nothing but v sin theta, na? v sin theta, that is equal to bqr by m. Correct? Okay. Right. So, this is the velocity of the charge, that is component of velocity of the charged particle in terms of what is that? The field, charge of the particle, mass of the particle, and the radius. It traces a circular path, no? Circular path of radius, that is r. Right. Now, because it is moving in a circular path, I need to give one expression for angular velocity also. Therefore, the angular velocity of rotation of the particle. Therefore, the angular velocity rotation of the particle is omega. Okay, that omega, that is equal, you know, v is equal to r omega, na? So it is equal to omega is equal to v by r, na? v2 by r. Okay, therefore what is v2 by r? That is omega, that is equal to bqr by m by r. R will get cancelled. Therefore, what is your angular velocity here? This is bq by r. bq by m. Very, very important relation. It is angular velocity of the charge because it is moving in a circular path. So, it has some angular velocity. If, okay, angular velocity is fine. Now, I want to find out what is the frequency of rotation. How many circular path it traces per second. Are you following? Therefore, what is the frequency? Therefore, the frequency of rotation. Frequency of rotation of particle. Because moving in a circular path. Circular path, how many circular path revolutions it is tracing per second? That is nothing but frequency, na? Therefore, the frequency, I have idea about omega. You know omega is equal to 2 pi nu, na? Therefore, what is nu? Nu is equal to omega divided by 2 pi. Okay, therefore that is equal to BQ by 2 pi m. BQ by 2 pi m. Is it clear? Shall we give, is it clear? Therefore, very important, QVB is equal to mv squared by r. It gives a necessary centripetal force. Orally, I have told everything. Hope you are taking the notes. Okay, and therefore, what is the velocity? Velocity is equal to BQR by m. Let it be equation number 2. And omega, equation number 3. And now I am going for the frequency. That is equation number 4. Okay, fine. I have idea about frequency. Therefore, what is the time period? Therefore, time period of rotation. What is the time period of revolution or rotation? Rotation of particle.
Inverse of frequency.
Yeah, a particle in a magnetic field. Correct? In a magnetic field, that is T, that is equal to 1 by nu is equal to 2 pi m by BQ. T, that is equal to 2 pi m by BQ. It's a very important relation for all numericals and all. It's very, very important. Okay. Time period. Right. Now, very, very important thing here. See, time period formula is 2 pi m by BQ. Right. We got it. But whether it depends on the velocity of the charged particle? No. There is no velocity here. No. It is independent of velocity and it is independent of the radius also. Whatever is the radius of the circular path, let the radius be very small, let the radius be very big, whatever is the radius, okay, it traces, okay, that circular path in the same time t is equal to 2 pi m by BQ only. It depends. Is it clear? Very, very important. This concept is very, very important. So this time period is independent of the velocity of the charged particle as well as the radius of the charged particle. Okay, can you give me how it is possible? One suggestion? Reason, not a, it is a reason. How, what should be the reason? Why is it independent of V and R? Can anyone say? Guess? Guess? Any guesses? No. Simple. When your velocity is changing, increasing, the radius will also change accordingly. Okay. So, definitely, that should be the reason. V should be directly proportional to R. Anyhow, we will be showing that. Okay. So, only then when V is increasing, definitely, accordingly, the radius of the circular path will also increase. Okay. So that the time taken to complete one revolution will be constant. Okay, these things are very simple. You can guess it, I think. Anyhow, so this is about what is a vertical component. Now, I am going for horizontal component. See, because up to this, vertical component is over. The charge particle has a horizontal velocity also. What is the velocity here? It is V cos theta. So, V cos theta is moving in this direction. It is along the x direction. Okay, therefore, the charge part, whenever the charge particle is moving in the direction of the magnetic field, what is the force experienced, ma? Any idea? What is the force experienced by the charge particle moving parallel to the field, moving in the direction of the field? F is equal to Q VB sin theta na. Therefore, F is equal to
Minus.
sin 0 na. Therefore, minus. How?
0, ma'am.
0. It will not
Yes, sir.
experience any force. It will not experience any force. Are you following? Therefore, that is very, very important. So, here V1, okay, and B are parallel. Correct? So, V1 means what is it? V1 is nothing but V cos theta. So, the component V1 is parallel to field. Therefore, because of this component, it will not experience any force in the direction of the magnetic field. Are you following? It will not experience any force. Okay. So, it will be moving with a constant speed. What is the speed? That is equal to V cos theta. It will follow. Okay, without any influence, it will be moving with the same speed because there is no force. Okay, therefore it will be moving along the same direction, that is equal to v cos theta. Are you following? With the velocity that is equal to v cos theta. Okay, but because of v sin theta component, it is moving in a circular path. Circle, you see. Listen, is it clear? I have taken deliberately. First here I told you to make you understand, I have taken B like this now. That is perpendicular now. Now, actually, in our, what is that assumption? The B is along the x direction, correct? Therefore, what will be the path? How to show the circular path? I told you it will be coming perpendicular to x and y, xy plane. So, it is very difficult for me to show. That is why I have taken, to make you understand, I have taken one more diagram where B is perpendicular to the magnetic field, perpendicular to the board. That is inward, like that. To make you, that time what is that? Your circle will be in the plane xy. Circular path na? Is circular path na? Is this circular path will be in the plane of the board. That is why I wanted, here I have taken the field perpendicular just to make you understand what should be the path traced by the charged particle. So it is a, what is a circle? Here I cannot show that. That is why I have switched over to the perpendicular field. Are you following? Hope you are following. Our case is this. Our case is this. Okay. Just to show how it is tracing a circular path, I have taken B perpendicular to the plane of the board and inwards. Okay. Right. With that, we will go to our case now. See here. See, let me nicely zoom it. Okay, see here, what happens here is, see, our just it is similar to our case. B is in this direction and your V perpendicular is here and V parallel is here, and this is the direction of V, and that makes an angle that is theta. Okay, with the field. Therefore, you see here, this circle is perpendicular, correct? I think it is perpendicular plane of the board. Okay, that I cannot draw. That is why I have taken that. Okay, so it is perpendicular, right? There are two components. Due to perpendicular component moves in a circular path, but due to parallel component is tracing a linear path. No, v cos theta, it will be moving only with the same velocity v cos theta along the x direction. Just now I told you v cos theta will be in this direction. So there are, if you combine both, due to, because actually it is moving with the velocity v, okay, in the direction theta with a magnetic field. If I resolve it into two component, due to perpendicular component, it moves in a circular path. Due to a parallel component, okay, it moves in a straight line path, linear path. Okay, therefore combining both. Now we have to, because both the components are there in V, it has both perpendicular as well as parallel component. Therefore combining both, it cannot just like that move in a perpendicular path, circular path. It cannot just move in a what is that, parallel to the magnetic field. Both should be combined, you know. Okay, once you combine both, it will be moving in a spherical path, helical path. Combining both, combining perpendicular and parallel component. Okay, therefore it will be moving, you see how nice, helical path. This is the path of the charged particle. Okay, therefore, is it clear, children? So how nicely, see, it is not moving in the same place. It cannot move in a circular path. It can move in a circular path. At the same time, it can trace some horizontal distance also. Therefore, the path is what is called helical path. Helical path. Okay, so it traces a helical path. Okay, so now let me try to draw the helical path here. Let me take something. Okay, so helical path, how to green. Okay, now see here, it will be moving like that. Let me try, I don't know. Okay, I said it will be moving like this. Okay, How nice, you see. Now, so it will be moving like that. Okay, so it traces a helical path. Okay, now therefore, can you tell me what is the time period here? As I told you here, let me make it small. Okay, now you see, when I am tracing, okay, oh, let me cut it off, but it's very small, important diagram also. Yeah, right. Okay, क्या हुआ यार? So here, when I am see, what is the time taken to complete one circular path is t is equal to 2 pi m by bq, no? In the same time, by the time the particle completes one circular path, okay, what is the linear distance traveled by the particle? At the same time, it is traveling in a linear path also, no? Therefore, there should be some linear distance that is covered by the charged particle, okay, simultaneously. It should move in a circular path. At the same time, it should follow some linear path also, like what is that helical path, like this. Okay, therefore, what should be the linear distance that is traveled, traced by the circular path? Okay, therefore that is nothing but what is a linear distance? Linear horizontal distance. Therefore horizontal distance covered by the charged particle, that is equal to what should be the horizontal distance? That is equal to what is the velocity in the horizontal direction? v1. Okay, and what is the time that is taken by charged particle to complete one revolution? T. Therefore, in this time t, by the time the charged particle completes one full revolution, that it traces simultaneously some horizontal distance also. That is why the path becomes helical. Correct? Therefore, what is that? It is v cos theta is v1. And what is your t here? 2 pi m by bq. Are you following? This is the distance that is traveled, traced, horizontal distance traced by the charged particle when it completes one revolution. Okay, that's why the particle is tracing a helical path, okay, in a magnetic field. Okay, right. Now shall we go for special cases? What are special cases? See, first one, number 1. When the charged particle is at rest. When Q is at rest. When Q is at rest, you know what is your what is the force experienced by charged particle? F. F, that is equal to, what is the force? B, Q, V. V is 0. That is, at rest means V, that is equal to 0, na? Therefore, into 0, therefore that is equal to 0. Therefore, it will not experience any force. When the particle is at rest, already we have seen that, okay? The particle, the stationary particle will not experience any force due to the magnetic field, okay? And this is first case. And second case is when theta that is equal to 0. When theta that is equal to, when the particle is moving in the direction of the magnetic field, or when the particle is moving opposite to the direction of the magnetic field, 180 degree, that time also what is the force F? That is equal to BQV sine 0, that is equal to 0, or F that is equal to BQV sine 180, that is also equal to 0. So, it will not experience any force. Is it clear, children? Let me change the color. Okay. Okay, therefore, is it clear? Therefore, here no force. When Q is at rest, no force. F is equal to 0. It will not experience any force in a magnetic field. like that, when the charge is moving parallel or anti-parallel to the magnetic field, that time also it will not experience any force. But when will it experience a force? So, third case. What is the third case? When theta that is equal to 90 degrees. And theta is equal to 90 degrees, what is the force? F is equal to BQV sine 90. When the charged particle is moving perpendicular to the magnetic field, then it experiences maximum force, correct? It is the maximum possible force. Okay, therefore, and that force gives the necessary centripetal force. When the particle moves perpendicular to the magnetic field, immediately what will happen? That it experiences the maximum force, which is perpendicular to the plane containing both B and V. Okay, and that gives the necessary centripetal force for the particle to move in a, what is that? To describe a circular path. Definitely. Okay, this force is nothing but it gives a necessary centripetal force. Therefore, you know once again, what is that? BQV. Therefore, BQV that is equal to mv squared by r. Are you following? Hope you are following, children. Okay, so therefore, what is the radius of the circular path? Now I am coming, I told you one thing, what is the r and v today regarding that. Therefore, what is r? R that is equal to mv by bq. R is equal to mv by bq. Okay, very important relation. You see, that is nothing but m. Here, let me take v here and b here and q by m here. I am taking q by m as a single entity. Okay, q by m. What is q by m? Charge per unit mass, correct? Q by m. Q by m is what is called a charge per unit mass. It is what is called specific charge. Specific charge of the particle. Q by m is the specific charge of the particle. Very, very important. Okay, so that is why I have represented in terms of specific charge. That is, I brought by m here, therefore q by m, v divided by b into q by m. Okay, right. Now with this, okay, therefore, what do you say about, see, everything, yeah, m is a constant, b is a constant, q is a constant, therefore, I can say that your Vs, R is proportional to V, and R is proportional to V. Are you following? Why? All these things are constant only. Okay, therefore, you can say this is a constant. What is BQ by M is a constant. For a given magnetic field, for a given charge, okay, B into Q by M is a constant. Therefore, you can say R is proportional to V. Therefore, as the velocity is increased, okay, the radius of the circular path traced by the particle will also increase. That is very, very important. R is proportional to V. Are you following? Therefore, now which means that the particle which is moving with high speed will trace a circular path of greater radius. Okay, right. Now